Hello. What if I tell you that procrastination is not so bad as many people believe? What if I tell you that procrastination may work on your behalf sometimes? Interesting, right? Because the universe works in mysterious ways to get us what we want. And if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I want you to subscribe to this channel and get more tips just like this one. It is stalling you from obtaining something since it's not the right time. And this can be manifested through procrastination. And when that happens, a state of mind dominates, generated by negative emotions that feed your. And after seeing multiple studies done by schools in the US, universities in the UK, and psychologists to find out if procrastination originated from laziness or emotions, the results were staggering because the research shows that procrastination is all about managing emotions, not time management. Think about the negative feelings you might have experienced at some point in your life. Now, there are so many out there. Some of them we don't even know about and will never experience in this time or in this life for that matter. And because of that, in this video, we will be talking about 5 emotions that you need to look out for when it comes to procrastination. Now, let's dive right into the number one emotion, which is big. And that one is fear, but not any type of fear. This is fear of failing in anything or the skills you want to learn to be better. Maybe you feel stuck and needing help to see what's ahead of you. You will never be the expert they expect you to be. So why bother in the first place? And because of this, you don't feel like doing anything, allowing you to feel incompetent. And depending on the level of fear that you might be managing, this can take years to overcome. And that, my friend, can be just the first, that is just the first emotion, which all of us at some point experience, which is fear. The second emotion is stress. And stress is something that you can keep building up throughout the day or a period of time because you feel a lot of stress since what you're going to do, the task you're going to perform, takes a lot of work to complete it. Or you don't enjoy that task or things you have to do. And for that, you build what we call resistance. Now, the third emotion is going to be shame. And shame is going to be combined with self-criticism. Because depending on certain areas of our life, this is going to be intertwined, preventing people from wanting to start a task they know that will help them accomplish that objective they have in mind. Now, for example, let's say that I will not go to the gym to do some workout since I am not in shape. And people will judge me for that, making me feel ashamed of myself. Something like I am too old and no one Or maybe people will laugh at me for even trying in the first place. Or maybe you are too young and people don't take you seriously. Those are some of the self-criticism that is combined with shame that prevent those people from starting to do something in the first place. Now, our next emotion is anger because things didn't work out the way you planned it. And you might have discussed with your partner or a family member or a business partner for that matter. And you might be experiencing feelings like, I don't want to deal with this right now, or I feel overwhelmed by everything. Primarily, if those primarily if those tasks are related to decision making. It is better to be in a more relaxed state of mind because you might make the wrong decision. And by doing that, it might harm your business or your relationship for that. And the last emotion is quite common nowadays, which is uncertainty. Because you have been watching the news or social media and things don't seem to get better based upon what you're seeing, or the economy keeps crashing, or markets are unstable. People are losing their jobs. So you rather wait and see if it gets better. Can you relate to those feelings when it comes to uncertainty? And before we move on, I just wanted to put this out there because those are some examples you might experience. And they might be others, as we mentioned in the beginning. There are so many emotions out there that can be associated or tied into this that you may not feel, like a combination of self-criticism with many other emotions. So if you're not feeling those emotions specifically, don't think it's not related. Because as I said, there are so many emotions out there. Some of them we might not experience. Some people experience certain emotions and not everyone experiences. So if you only experience or if you don't experience these that I mentioned in this video, you might have other ones piling up. And those are the ones you need to look out for, especially if you are not doing the things you need to do if you're procrastinating. Look out for them. Because as I said, when it comes to procrastination, it's not about time management. It's about managing your emotions, those emotions that you are experiencing at this time. Now, there might be a question you may ask, which is, how can we work around procrastination and manage those emotions at the same time, which is exactly what we need. So I'm going to talk about a few of them, just two of them, so this video doesn't, go way beyond what I expect. And I'm going to touch on the first factor, which would be awareness. And by doing that, by being aware, is by asking yourself a few questions that will lead you in the right direction, such as, what emotions are you feeling in this moment? And not only think about the emotions, but recognize, I'm feeling anger, I'm feeling pain, I'm struggling, I'm feeling anxiety. Because that way you can associate that emotion directly with your avoiding task that you're putting off at the moment or have been putting off for quite some time, maybe days, weeks, even years. It all depends on how severe those emotions are attached to you. Now, the next question you might ask yourself And this is a combination because you ask yourself, what happened if I keep avoiding this? And we're going to see this from a negative side. So what will happen if I keep avoiding this task? Well, maybe I don't lose weight. Can be an option, depending on what task you're putting off. Or you will not start your business. Or I will miss the deadline at work. Or the project will be delayed and the stakeholders might be unhappy about it. Those are the things that you might be the consequences of keep avoiding that specific task. Now, let's look at the other side of the grass, for example, which is the positive side. Because procrastination not only involves negative emotions, but it also involves positive ones. And how? Okay, visualize the desired outcome. And how does that make you feel? Satisfied? Relaxed? Happy? Relief? That you have achieved expectations? And tapping into that mindset and motivating you to seek those positive emotions instead and take the first step toward the objective or task you have been avoiding. So let me recap this specific part so that you can have it clear. Remember I said procrastination is not only about negative emotion, but it's also about positive ones. The negative emotions that you're feeling, and there is where you ask the question, what if I keep avoiding this? What's going to happen? And then you think about the things that you haven't done. That's the negative part. You will not do what you have to do, right? Or accomplish what you have to accomplish. But then, if you take the positive emotions and you think how it's going to make you feel once you accomplish that task, what it does is that it motivates you to want to do and to go ahead and start in the first place, which is what many people can't move on to start. They delayed it. So that's the reason why we also use positive emotions. And if you are going through something similar, I hope this video may guide you along it. But I want you to remember something. Always, always seek professional help. Because many people might need other professional help to overcome. Not only that, because procrastination can be dragging a lot of emotions that if you put them together can be very dangerous. So for now, I'm going to leave this video here and I want you to enjoy the rest of your day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for stopping by. This was Jenny Jacks.